Coming into tonight, 3 of the 4 playoff spots in the 5A Southern Idaho Conference were locked up. Eagle, Rocky Mountain, and Borah, all postseason bound. The final spot could be decided at Donna Larson Park. Capital controls its own fate. Win, and the Eagles are in. But Borah wasn't going to make things easy. Hunter Kenyon hits the nitrous and speeds ahead for a sizable gain. Later in the drive, Cole Skinner fakes one way and comes back to Kenyon. Check out the block by Wilson Kroll, paving the way for a touchdown. It's the little things from the big fellas that make a big difference. But on the ensuing kickoff, Tariq Littlejohn fields the squib, and Littlejohn, just like his buddy Robin Hood, taking from the rich and giving to the poor, all the way for a touchdown. Capital has got an upset on their minds, and just before halftime, they get a little closer. McKenna Simmons punches in a short TD run to put the Eagles on top, and they'd stay there. Borah scored with under a minute left, but went for 2 in the win and didn't get it. Capital knocks off Borah 35-34. The Eagles are playoff bound. Eagle is already a postseason lock. Mountain View is outside looking in and needs major help to sneak into the playoffs, and this is not helping. First play from scrimmage for the Mustangs. JT Williams keeps himself for a huge gain. That set up an Eagle field goal, but right away the Mavericks get a little reversal of fortune. Connor Armstrong takes the reverse for a first down. A little later, it's time for Michelle's favorite band, Kai Turner Overdrive. The Mountain QB takes it into the end zone himself to make it 7-3. Bo White intercepted Williams on Eagles' next possession, and this time Turner does it through the air. A perfect ball to Josh Buss. This bus does not stop at railroad crossings, just in the end zone. Mountain View led 14-3 at that point. They go on to stun Eagle 48-22, but will still miss the postseason because of Capital's win. In 4A, Skyview looking to throw a wrench into the league standings. The Hawks could create a 3-way tie for first with the win over Middleton. It was 6-zip Vikings when we pick it up. That's when Skyview picks up some big yardage. Jackson Pryor rumbling and stumbling up the field. The Hawks would kick a field goal to make it 6-3. Fast forward to the second. Middleton with the rock. Jake Skinner hooks up with Keith Myers for a first down. Then later in the drive, check out this run by Derek Toll. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. The Vikings led 12-3 at the half. Middleton goes on to win 34-15 to clinch the top seed from District 3 in the 4A state tournament. Columbia needs to win out to have any shot at making the playoffs. Easier said than done. Nick Edenfield and the Cats had to face Bishop Kelly. The Knights led 21-6 in the second, but here comes Columbia. Austin Schaefer to Colton Storrs, and the Cats are within a score. Later in the quarter, Schaefer gets a little legwork in, finding a seam and putting Columbia within striking distance again. The Knights forced a 4th and long, but Schaefer, running for his life this time, pump fakes and hits Tyler Casey, and he's got reservations for 6. Columbia comes back to tie it at 21. But then Bishop Kelly's offense comes to life just before halftime. Bowen Ogata to Turner Simmons. Then Ogata rolls out and finds Corey Brady to move the sticks again. Finally, with just 2 seconds on the clock, Ogata spots Josh Poole open in the middle of the field, and that's a backbreaker. BK took a 28-21 lead into the locker room. They go on to blow out Columbia 48-21. So with that, the playoff picture in 5A and 4A is set. Despite all 3 losing tonight, Eagle, Borah, and Rocky Mountain all guaranteed a postseason berth, as is Capital, since the Eagles hold the tiebreaker over Mountain View. In 4A, Middleton wins the conference. Bishop Kelly cements its playoff spot by eliminating Columbia from contention, and Skyview is the last team in.